And when we start looking back at the AI lifecycle or AI process, it's really subject to various types of attacks and issues throughout that entire life cycle. We Everything, of course, starts at the beginning with our data, and we start thinking about training and is that data or that model been poisoned? Is there inaccurate data that we're learning from, right? So that's kind of at the very beginning of the process. But as we move through the machine learning process, we continually face different sorts of issues. When we're in, let's say, in production and it's in what we call inference phase. So we have to be cognizant of things like exploratory attacks, where the adversary is trying to figure out how our machine learning model works so they can later do an evasion on, say, a detection system. If we're talking about like large language models, we have to worry about things like jailbreaking and prompt injections while they're in use. Of course, privacy is a huge issue when we start talking about this. Normally, powered by our machine learning models, are powered by extensive amounts of data, oftentimes private data, and we have to worry about things like membership inference. So, can I infer that, say, Anhad was used in this training data, right? And then determine something about him from that. We also have to worry about, training data extraction. We've seen some issues with that, where attackers have been able to actually extract some of the data used in the training models. Supply chain, when we start, so it's not just about the ones we develop. Oftentimes we're putting in tools, whether that's business tools, cybersecurity tools. All of these are powered by AI systems now. So we have to be cognizant of that supply chain for all of the software we're using, and whether the data or models have been compromised, or whether there's backdoors in those data or models. And then I think finally that thing that's really taken hold now is with the agentic AI. And we start talking about that, we have to worry about things like memory poisoning, or the agent misusing one of the tool sets. So possibly misusing one of our cybersecurity tool sets to actually attack us. And also privilege escalation or compromise for those agents. So we see all the way from the start when we're training into all the way through operationalization, there are various points of attack that we have to worry about.
Yeah, that's great, Donnie. Thanks for providing such granular insights into all these issues. I want to just zoom out and present a larger picture here. Is when we're talking about AI security, it's at every step of the process, right? So, like John mentioned, AI lifecycle, right? It's actually very, very aligned with the software development lifecycle. You have the training data that literally you don't even have models yet. You first collect the data. That could have privacy issues, and then you have model issues. You could have issues in the model at runtime, at build time, right? It's a risk assessment problem. It's a cybersecurity runtime problem. So really, when enterprises are trying to augment AI security into their existing processes, it's a whole end-to-end journey that they have to enhance now. Pen testing or red teaming the models, applying proper guardrails around it, and filtering out the bad content that, could cause the issues that Donnie mentioned. I think that's paramount now.